So obviously there's some top tips from us at Unionbox, but the main crux of it all is that the key bit of advice that we want to talk to you about is ensuring that you're the type of business that adopts a user-first attitude. Obviously, this is something that we have previously spoken about in this interview already. And just from our experience, it's usually the case that there's two types of companies. The first company we like to refer to as actually me-first companies, or essentially the type of company that's prone to thinking about themselves and wants to spend the majority of their time projecting themselves. We hear it quite a lot from these type of companies. The words, for example, I want us to look like, and they'll genuinely focus on the appearance, such as, oh, can you make our logo bigger for us, for example. However, the second type of company is our example of a user-first business. This type of company, instead of thinking about themselves, will actually channel their focus more into wanting to answer the questions of their prospects and customers. So from these types of companies, instead of hearing words such as, I want us to look like, we're hearing something more along the lines of, oh, I have a solution for them. So it's a user-first company that will tend to go beyond settling for the success of a Facebook page, for example, and the recommendations from their mates. They're actually more likely to push the boundaries further and create a website, for example, full of a catalogue that entails a catalogue full of questions and answers to their customers. Essentially, a user-first company will get to the crux of things, helping to provide solutions to their future customers as quickly and efficiently as possible. Quite simply, they are answering the questions that their customers are asking. It's as simple as that. But not only this, they'll also commit to answering the questions that businesses might not necessarily want to answer in the first place. For example, how much is it? How much is your product? For some businesses, this question isn't easy to answer off the cusp of things, mainly due to some projects or products just being far too bespoke, depending on the customer. But however, again, these are the answers your prospects want and need. And if you don't answer these, you can be damn sure that your competitors will be. And essentially this results in custom being taken elsewhere, which is obviously what we don't want as businesses. So following on from this, another scenario we might see from me-first companies, for example, is that these type of companies have a tendency to market themselves with a kind of sheen of only pros to their business over them. This isn't relatable nor realistic. In fact, it can be even detrimental to those customers approaching your business altogether because they want to come to a business that's relatable. But a user-first company knows that actually being truthful and honest will make them more relatable and approachable as a business. So the crux of all of this is that a user-first business will see success from adopting and maintaining a user-first approach, one where they listen and establish the art of finding solutions as opposed to only ever shouting about themselves. But a point I want to make here is that to remember that for most, a me-first business is a simple and very easy trap to fall into, because many businesses, when starting out in the digital world, whether it be the development of a website or they're thinking about their marketing, for example, of course, they're going to think it's necessary to think about just them and their business because that's what they're striving to promote. So this is an easy trap to fall into. It's not a bad reflection on a business. It's an easy thing to do. So this is just a little gentle reminder to say to not fall at that first hurdle and to give you a gentle nudge towards this user-first approach. Because once you establish this user-first approach, you can then be sure for a better chance of climbing Google's ranks, as well as having good quality content to share on social media, which will therefore generate more leads and conversions for your business. And this is something that, as a lead generation agency at Unionbox, we can also help you with as well. So yeah, that's our little bit of advice from Unionbox.